Hi and welcome here to Equalizer's first YouTube video. My name's Blake Hooper. I'm the founder, the lead here. So effectively I wanted to quickly take a moment to introduce myself, but then run through our Medium article that we released here to give you an understanding of what we're looking to achieve and give you, I suppose, an update on what we're looking to do around education, things like that. So we'll start off by what to expect from Equalizer. We're effectively bringing you a decentralized exchange to Fantom. It's using the financial modeling that Andre created for his Solidly model. So we take a moment to explain a little bit about Solidly, but it was a product released at the start of the year. It took a bit of a mainstream sort of swing, pulled a lot of TVL or total value locked across into the Fantom network. It took off quite largely, and then Andre left and there was a bit of a gap there. So there's a few things being worked out there, but we're not here to sort of be solidly. We see ourselves in a bit of a different area. And I suppose the next thing, what does this all mean? So we're actually sort of really going for volumes in like more of your standard side of the decentralized exchange model, where we're looking to sort of focus in more on crypto volumes. So your Fantom, your USDC, your ETH, and we're creating a model that we feel changes some of the concepts, but gives you the value proposition of that sustainable DEX type model. And really what I wanted to get into was more the crux of the areas that we're going to be a little bit different there. So the biggest thing for us is our initial token distribution methods. We're looking to seed our initial tokens in a different manner. Solidly gave them to protocols, and that was its first 20 million. Now I can tell you we won't be doing that. We will be offering our tokens to the community and also our basically liquidity providers. We want them to have control. Now the next thing we've changed is the VE lock period. So if you're familiar with Solidly at all, you'll know that there was a 4-year lock period. We've actually brought that right down, and that's only going to be 26 weeks. So I can give you some information here, because whilst we haven't released the docs, there is some information that we have released. Initial token supply, again, we've drastically reduced that. It's only going to be down at 2.5 million as our initial supply to the market, which encompasses all of our avenues. We've also drastically reduced our emission schedule. That's going to be dropping down to only 50,000 a week starting off, and then it has a decay rate off that. So there's more to come on that. If we haven't already released that Medium article, by the time you're watching this, we do have a Medium article that's explaining a little bit more about those emission schedules, and our docs explain it very well. There is no rebase. So what does that mean? In the Solidly model, basically you always own the same percentage of the exchange in the value of the tokens. So effectively every month it would print for you and for the emissions that were given to LPs. So we've removed this. We think it was a bit prohibitive to newcomers, and we want to make sure it's sustainable in that aspect. We're changing our fee structure. Again, we thought there were some changes that could be done there. Going to have no negative voting. So in the Solidly structure, there was a mechanism for you to downvote other protocols. We actually found that was probably one of the most ineffective things that came out of that modeling. So we decided to remove that completely, and we've gone for a different option there. The weekly emissions, we're going to have some reserved for a native pair, and that's the Equal token. Full UI rebuild. So I think everyone's going to be pretty excited about that. We're not just forking the UI, so looking to remove a lot of the bugs that were found there. We've got a small Treasury fee. So we're going to have a little fee that comes out of the emissions every month to fund the Treasury. We think that's pretty important because with any model there are costs, and we want to make sure that we're covering those costs. Any building of additional technology, things like that, additional contracts, we want to make sure we've got some surplus funds there. Just the right thing to do, we think. One claim bribes, which is big, so you can only claim a bribe once per week. So we've locked that into the contracts so that people can't sort of get around the way the bribing system was working. We've also got a marketing fund, so we've devoted a fair amount of the initial tokens to marketing, and we want to be doing things like YouTube promotion, Twitter promotion, Discord promotion, starting off the flywheel with bribes, all sorts of stuff that we're looking to do with that marketing fund. So I think that's going to be exciting. That's going to allow us to attract a new type of user to the network and get a new type of investor as well. So it really does work between users using the product, transacting, making swaps, but at the same time you need to have the investor on the other side, because they're the ones that purchase the tokens for the income or the reward that they get each week. So we're going to sit more in, like I said, that traditional DEX area. I think that's an important difference for us, and we're looking to sort of roll into some of those Fantom volumes, but we really want to start to bring some volumes over from other networks as well. But like I said, education is going to be our focus. So the biggest thing for us is educating our user, because there is some complex aspects to the way this product works. Also things like bridging funds across. How does a swap engine work? What are the mechanisms in play for a stable swap or a variable swap? Just really educating you on your voting process each week, things like that. There is a lot that we can help you with our product. There's also things we can help you more around the decentralized finance area. So we're going to be doing a lot to ensure that we get you up to speed and we sort of handhold a little bit, and we're hoping that our community can also handhold them as we educate that new sort of breed of or that new person that comes into our ecosystem. You've got our airdrop breakdown. So we do have an airdrop which is going out. We've got 1 point, 2 point and 3 point system. So based on the interactions that you had with the VE Solid contract, the OX Solid staking, VLSEX staking, and also VE Velo, which is another product there that utilizes the same sort of concept. We want to reward you, and we're going to give you the first airdrop. The reason we want to do this is because you're already educated in the product. You're sort of that first little piece of the puzzle, which gives us the opportunity to harness your knowledge, help with the rest of the community education, and give you another chance at a product that we're trying to bring to market that effectively starts to soak up volumes. Because at the end of the day, for us, it's about volume. If we can bring volume across our exchange, the fees go back to the people that are invested in it, and they also go back at a fairly solid rate, because we've started with such a low amount of tokens to start this process off. And we're also emitting only a small amount too. So we've got some really exciting and areas that you're going to start to benefit from these fees as they come through. And we'll talk a lot more about this over time. Obviously, we've got our spreadsheet there, so you can check if you qualify for that initial airdrop. And we would welcome you and ask you to join our Discord as soon as possible. A lot of information goes through there, and a lot of information goes through there first, so we want to make sure that you're across that. A lot of questions can be asked there. Discord is our hub that we're going to be building of knowledge, and also users, experienced users, and also dropping sort of alpha type announcements, things like that. So definitely want you to join us there. We're looking forward to giving you lots more information, and we look forward to going on a journey together where we do our best to create Equalizer and push it to the next level, where it joins the likes of Spooky Swaps and Uniswaps of the world. So look forward to our next video, and we'll talk through more then.